Most middle-class retirement plans don't fail suddenly. They fail quietly, under pressure that was never properly measured. On paper, everything looks responsible. You contribute consistently, your retirement account grows, your income feels stable, and your bills are paid on time. That creates the feeling of safety. But safety based on steady conditions is fragile because retirement is not a short phase. It can easily last 30 years. If you retire at 62 and live to 90, that is nearly 3 decades without earned income. 30 years of withdrawals, inflation, healthcare costs, and unpredictable markets. Most plans were built to reach a number, not to survive duration. And there's a big difference between reaching a number and building durability. Accumulation focuses on growth. Durability focuses on survival. Most people focus almost entirely on accumulation. They track balances, celebrate milestones, and compare returns. Very few people stress test their structure. What happens if markets stagnate for 5 years? What happens if inflation stays elevated longer than expected? What happens if healthcare costs rise faster than projections? What happens if retirement happens earlier than planned? These questions feel uncomfortable, so they are often avoided. But avoidance creates fragility. As income rises through your 40s and 50s, lifestyle expands gradually, not recklessly, just logically. A better home, higher insurance, more recurring commitments, support for family members, upgraded expectations. None of it looks irresponsible. In fact, it looks mature. But every fixed cost reduces flexibility. Flexibility is retirement insurance. If your structure requires consistent high income to function smoothly, then your retirement depends on perfection. Perfection is rare. A severe downturn early in retirement can permanently change outcomes. This is called sequence risk. If heavy withdrawals happen during a market decline, recovery becomes harder and losses compound faster. Retirement calculators rarely emphasize this emotional pressure, but retirement stress is psychological as much as mathematical. Longevity multiplies this pressure. If you reach 65 in good health, living into your 90s is no longer unusual. Planning around average life expectancy means half of retirees will outlive their projections. That gap is where fragility hides. Inflation quietly magnifies everything. 3% inflation over 30 years significantly reduces purchasing power. Healthcare costs historically rise even faster. Long-term care is unpredictable. One serious medical event can reshape decades of planning. Yet, most retirement models assume controlled spending and smooth markets. Life rarely behaves that way. Durable retirement planning assumes disruption. It assumes markets will misbehave. It assumes inflation will persist. It assumes healthcare will cost more than expected. It builds margin intentionally. Margin is the space between comfort and stress. Most middle-class retirement plans operate with very little margin. Income supports lifestyle, savings grow steadily, but flexibility remains limited. If nothing changed in your current structure, would it survive 30 years of pressure without reducing your quality of life? If that question makes you pause, that is awareness, not fear. After 40, the goal shifts. You are no longer maximizing acceleration. You are engineering stability. Stability without flexibility is illusion. The strongest retirement plans are not the most aggressive. They are the most adaptable. They can absorb volatility, absorb longevity, and absorb inflation. Small structural adjustments now matter more than dramatic changes later. Lowering fixed pressure where possible, increasing liquidity gradually, planning for longer life than expected, and building flexibility into spending decisions all strengthen durability. Retirement security is not about predicting the future correctly. It is about surviving when predictions are wrong. Retirement is not a finish line. It is a long phase that requires resilience. The real question is not whether you will retire. The real question is whether your current structure could survive 30 years without income under imperfect conditions. Fragility hides inside comfort, and comfort can be deceptive. After 40, strength matters more than optimism.